Oh, am I live? Just sitting here, okay? Okay. Well, you've all got the news, okay, that Diddy was only guilty on two of the lesser charges, okay, and his bail was denied, okay, and I agree with the judge's reason for denying the bail, okay, because there's too many times you can't be violent like that. It's too many instances where people have displayed violence, okay, and then the court lets them out just so they can off the other person, okay, and you don't want that person's blood or anybody's on your hands. Not that he didn't say that, but I can understand that his reasoning, but that's the way I look at it, okay. It's too many incidents of people getting out of jail when they shouldn't have. Now, he's only been in jail 6 months. Now, if you're incarcerated, okay, any time is a long time, okay. I understand that, but still, you ain't been in there that long, okay. You're just not used to it, but you ain't been in there that long. So they gave Diddy a trial date for October 3rd. Okay. That's 3 months from now. So you could just sit back, chill, okay, and see what he gonna get. Now, I don't know. I got the vibe that they gonna give him some time. Okay. Even though it's 20 years, okay, I don't know if they're gonna give him the whole 20 years, okay, but they gonna give him some time. That's the way I feel about it. Okay. And just for the reasons that the judge has stated why he denied Diddy bail. Hey, PJ. Hey. For the same reasons that he denied him bail, okay, makes me feel it's going to be the same reason why he going to give him some time. Okay, people like that don't need to be out on the streets in the free world, threatening folks, hanging them over balconies, spiking their drinks and stuff. You don't need. I don't. Now I know he just did it. He did that to numerous people. Okay, but you don't need anybody out on the streets doing that to anybody. If they're capable of doing that, okay, and you don't even know these people. You don't even know these people. You don't even know their health status. And you're drugging them up, okay? And putting them in the room. Think about it. Yeah. So he don't need no home celebration, going home and partying, okay, and drinking and partying and drinking, okay? You know what I'm saying? He don't need that. He need to sit his little butt down and reflect and be thankful, even though he's in jail, because the jailhouse saves a lot of lives, okay? Because I wouldn't be surprised if that man was in a hotel laying face down, okay, then OD'd on his own stuff for being up for days. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's just madness, you know? So he got this lesson here because life has its way and the jailhouse is one to slow your butt down and make you sit down somewhere. Even if you don't take heed, you're going to sit down. You have to picture, buddy. Okay? hmm And that's what I feel is going on with Mr. Dittler. Um, I know he got family issues, Just you don't have to. Nobody has to come out and say or pin or point anything out. Okay, you just know by the whole dynamics going on with his family. You know them folks got issues. Them kids, them boys. Okay. My little chapstick is at the end of the road, honey. Oh, I gotta find another tube somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. There's another tube, but that one's unless I dig my finger in there. Okay. But does anybody care to converse? Okay. Do they agree with the verdict? Do they disagree? Okay. Some people, well, he had a lot of fans outside the courtroom. Excuse me. He had a lot of fans outside the courtroom rooting for him and Free Diddy and all that kind of stuff, rah rah, which is fine. Okay. I think that he didn't get the racketeering charges because he didn't have it just when you think about it, I mean, there's not enough people to say you're racketeering. You know what I'm saying? It was not really it wasn't enough people to say that you were running a business. You were running a racket. You got Cassie and Jane Doe. The other ones were witnesses or participants or both. That's it. Okay. So, and then the girlfriends, they didn't even overlap. Hey, Hazel's daughter, how you been? Okay. Yeah, the dates didn't even match. Cassie broke up with Mr. Combs in 2018. It wasn't until 2021, something like that, that this other Jane Doe came into the picture. Okay. So, I mean, they got you on a little pimping and pandering, but I wouldn't even call it that because you ain't had no hoes. Okay. One girl that ain't no hoes. That's a hoe. But now you got, you're pimping, okay? You got to have some cattle in the barn. So even though I wish they would have found him guilty, they didn't. Okay. And hey, who knows? Check it out. Okay. They said he's facing up to 20 years because he's got the two counts. So apparently they're counting them consecutively. So he's facing up to 20 years. Okay. The judge could run it concurrent and give him the 10 because the maximum is 10 for each sentence. If he runs them together, he can smush and make 110 out of two. Okay. Or he can run it consecutively and put them back to back. That would make 20. Okay. Now let's say he runs it consecutively and gives him 20 years. Let's say he give him 20 years. I say, let's hear it. you know I'm on, I'm on to something, okay? Right? Now, the racketeering charge itself carried a maximum of life. They wasn't gonna give him life on that, okay? But the minimum, what's the minimum? 20 years? The minimum with 20 years? So you still got 20. You still got 20. So we'll see. We'll see. Because everybody gonna put their 2 cents in, okay, on how much he should get. But I just threw a theory out there. That's all I did. I just threw a theory, okay, that he pretty much, okay, if that's the case, okay, he still got the same thing. He got the minimum and he got the least, I guess, or the maximum and the least. So he's gonna do some time, and then so what in the feds? Okay, in the feds, you do most of your time. You don't have to. You don't do all of it. You do most of it if you are on good behavior. Okay, you can't go up in there acting no fool. 23. Oh, 2 out of 3. Oh, okay. 2/3 the time. Okay. 2/3 the time. So if you get 20 years, okay, you're gonna do you're gonna do at least 12 years. Ooh, sounds like a long time. Okay. So you're gonna do okay in my state. I think no, I think the feds in any state, I think it's 2/3. But then it can depend. Okay. But I think it's 2/3. You do most of the time. See, you're gonna do most of the time. So, oh wait, oh no, okay. So 2/3 of that is gonna be about 12, 13 years. Uh-huh. You'll do that. And at the rate he's going, the thing about it is, at the rate he was going and all that dope he was doing, okay, yeah, he need to chill out. He really needed to chill out. He was definitely gonna hit a wall. Definitely was gonna hit a wall some way or another. Now, his son, his son Justin, okay, is facing charges. Well, you know what too is the thing with ain't nobody gonna want to be his friend anywhere. Ain't nobody gonna want to be Diddy's friend. Period. Okay. I'm not gonna be no friend with somebody I know that's going around drugging up folks, okay, and dragging them in the room, okay. Nah. And I don't want nothing you got to eat or drink. Okay. I go buy my own food. Cause see somebody like that, folks be weird. Okay. Now I was just finna do something and I got myself upset. Mm, okay. But Justin, his son Justin, now that's the short, light-skinned boy. Okay, that's not even his son. Okay. Now you know what? Remember, I don't know if you guys remember me saying that boy Quincy, the one that by Al B. Shore, okay, and he said he adopted them. He adopted him, and they said they don't think he's really adopted. You know, you just go around and just like you say, that's my nephew, and it's not your nephew. Okay, one of those things, right? And I'm looking, he may not be adopted because you know why? He doesn't have the same last name. His last name is Brown. Now, the boy that he adopted, that little boy he adopted, he got his own mama and daddy. Well, his daddy is dead, okay, but he's got his own set of parents. Now, he has the same name as Diddy, the same last name, but that oldest boy, he doesn't have the same last name. Mays doesn't want to save him. Nobody, no, but see the thing about don't nobody want you know, from the description that they had of Diddy and the stuff that he's running around doing, he's not a pretty much likable person that you would want to save. He's really not a person that you would feel sorry for. Okay. And don't run into somebody vindictive because you're gonna be up the creek. Well, I guess you did because you up the creek with Cassie. But you know what I'm saying? Everybody's not gonna put up with that. However, okay, you're just not All that stuff you done did to folks, and that's just some of the stuff. That's just some of the stuff that you done did to people running around here, and then got your own sons helping you. Hmm. Okay, so the little boy, Justin, okay, is facing charges from some little girl, okay, and she is supposed to be suing. Is she suing or is she charging? Hold on. Uh, him and his daddy. Oh, honey, they had a what do you call it? They had a tag team on her. Mhm. I told y'all that his sentencing was set for October 3rd. You got plenty of time, Mr. Combs, to act like you got some damn sense, okay? And hopefully they'll go light on you. Because if you get in there and you get to acting a fool and fighting with folks and stuff, okay, like right now, he's upset, okay? But see, he's used to hitting on women. He ain't used to hitting on men, okay? Okay, we all should be suing him for just for going through keeping up with his little trial and all the shenanigans. Okay. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. Um, thank you for hitting the like button. Hey. Okay, so okay, that's Justin. He's only 5'7". He's the shortest one. Okay. Um, oh, he's got his profession as an actor. Has he been in some shows? Look at this. His parents are Diddy and Misa. Okay, here we go. Yeah, she's accusing them of gang rape. Okay, so this is civil. It's not criminal. So she trying to get some damages. She trying to get some sandwiches. Some sandwiches for the damages. Okay. But yeah. So she's the one who said she was drugged and sexually assaulted, okay, via the son. The son is the person who met her, invited her out, okay, and then she ended up being drugged, and she said she was assaulted by three masked men. So if you was assaulted by three masked men, okay, you're gonna have to explain how you know it was Diddy, how you know it was Justin, and who that third one was. You're gonna have to do some good explaining on that. Okay. You can't just come in and say, oh, he did it. Okay, it was three masked men. That don't even sound right. And the lawyer, okay, because he's coming on the back of this, is Tony Bugsby. Okay. Now you know he didn't earn him a name. Okay, he's the same one that was hitting. Okay, when this trial first started out, And Diddy was getting hit with all them lawsuits. Remember? He had over 100. Okay. He had a line. Okay. Wow. Uh, that was him. He was the lawyer behind all them people. Now I don't know what happened to him. Okay, because they're not there anymore. But maybe as he went through their stories, maybe they weren't. He didn't have a case. I can't say they were lying, but you go. He's got to have a case. Got to have something to bring to court. You can't just be sitting up there on no he say she say. So this girl here, okay, and I think Mr. Bugsby might be trying to get a piece of the pie, okay, as far as the money, okay. I think that he might be uh if she's got a case, okay, he's gonna get some money out of it too. And the more the better. See what I'm saying? Not to mention, they still have tapes. Okay, you know the feds love being hush hush, okay, but they got tapes, and we don't know what the tapes are, but and maybe when they get this uh um interrogating folks, okay, they get to crying and get scared, okay, they're gonna come out and I'll be a witness, okay, like they did on this one. But check this out. Guess who didn't show up for the party? Okay, Otto. What was his name? Jonathan Otto? Okay. Otto was the guy that they had interrogating for shooting up the Trump Hotel. And when they were interrogating him, they just let him talk, to cool the air. And he was telling them about the rapper Diddy. He asked the man, the deputy, do you know the rapper Sean Diddy? Okay. And he's like, yeah, I'm familiar with him. And he starts spinning the story about how he was a sex slave for them, okay, and how Diddy paid him to have sex with Cassie while he watched. He also said that he had got herpes, okay, and he sued them and won. Okay. Anyway, with that said, now, let me also point out the fact that apparently, I don't know if he's still incarcerated, but he was incarcerated at the time that this is going down. And he was supposed to be a witness for the prosecution. Okay. And I think he must have got paid because homeboy ain't showed up, ain't heard a word from him. And they said every time they contact him, he's got some excuse why he can't come. He can't come to court. I mean, he got a free ride. Okay. But he had some excuse. Now the trial is over with and he hadn't testified. He hadn't showed up. I don't know who else. Was there anybody else that they were looking for? I know they were looking for the Jane Doe, but she finally showed up. But was there somebody else they were looking for? Hmm. Anyway, he was nowhere to be found. And I don't think it would have made a difference. Okay. Gina, did Gina show up? Gina, that sounds familiar. Okay. Is that one of the baby mamas or something? Okay. But I don't think when you look at this juror and how they came back with this conviction, I don't think his testimony, well, if maybe it could have, but I don't think his testimony would have made any difference. He was just like he said, okay, he was an escort. He was a paid escort, fancy word for prostitute, okay? And they flew him out here just like the other boy. She backed out. See, and that's the thing about it. The judge, now see, the judge is not stupid now, okay? He knows, okay, and he recollects that these other people that were supposed to show up didn't show up, probably because it has something to do with them being threatened, okay, or bribed. You know what I'm saying? So it's not rocket science. And if you're in here in jail and you got people on the in the free world threatening folks, okay, and bribing folks, okay, just what will you do if you get out? Oh, well, I was in here, that's my alibi. I was here, okay. Yeah, but you got your friend, and that's the same thing that they testified, that you had people coming to their house threatening them. My goodness gracious. I wonder if somebody going to, oh, now you heard Jay-Z. Jay-Z, okay, Tony Bugsby, the one that I told you had all them 100 people, the same lawyer that is representing the victim that's suing Justin and Diddy, okay? Jay-Z sued him, okay, because he made this charge. He had some girl saying that he assaulted her. I don't know if he assaulted her or something, okay? And he said he was gonna get his lawyer. Well, he did get a lawyer, okay. And he wasn't gonna stand still. He was gonna fight back. But anyway, I don't know where she went. I don't know what became of that. But he ended up suing Tony Bugsby. Okay. And just recently, a few days ago, the judge came back. Okay. What it was, it a mistrial? He threw it out of court. He goes, okay, because a technicality. Hello, Nisi. He threw it out of court because it was technicality. So basically, Jay Z lost that lawsuit. Okay. Now they were. I don't know. You think somebody else is going to be sued? Well, you know what? If if they can prove it, if they can prove it, because we don't know. And okay, I tell you what saved him too. Okay, I'm gonna tell you another thing that saved the difference between Diddy and Epstein. Okay, now with Epstein, Epstein had the little kids. Epstein had the little kids. It was on camera. Okay, they got the video on YouTube when they went in there and they went in that tunnel and went in that room and got them little kids. Remember, they rescued them little kids. The little kids, it was a little boy, maybe two or three little girls in there. The police came in there and they shined the light because there was no window. I saw that. Okay, the little kids. They went on the island, raided the island, and they rescued them little kids. Okay, now in Diddy's situation, Diddy, yeah, you don't remember that, girl? You got to Google, search on the um YouTube because they got the video on here. The video, it's a video. When the police wear the webcam, okay. Now you know that you, or me, us regular schmegular folks, okay, we can apply or request a webcam. You know, the police wear that webcam on them. Okay, you can request a video, and they'll send you a video. It's public. Okay, but anyway, the man had the webcam. The officer had the webcam on him, and it shows them going into there in, I guess, the tunnel. And he opened the door, and the other officers got the light, because it's dark, and you see little kids in there sitting in there, okay, and they looking like they just scared to move, girl. Okay. And he was like, it's okay. It's okay. We're the police. We're the police. Okay. You could come with us. You could come with us. You didn't have to tell them kids twice. They don't mention her anymore. She in jail. Ain't Gazelle in jail? That Jeffrey Epstein chick, I think she got sentenced. The same thing. The same thing with Diddy. Okay. The same thing with R. Kelly. Everybody in hoopla and this and that, and he guilty, not guilty, woo, 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 woo. Okay, then once they get charged, okay, sentence, excuse me, okay, because after they get charged, okay, they got to come back for sentencing, okay. When Diddy is sentenced, you're not going to hear Diddy. Trump is not going to pardon Diddy. I don't know what Trump is going to do because you know what? Look, that man is on the verge of Alzheimer's. Okay, runs in the family. Okay, so he better hurry up because Trump may not even Trump may not know who he is. That, you know what? Somebody else was they're trying to get a pardon from Trump. Ooh, I missed that. Okay, it may come to me later. Okay, I'm forgetting everything right now because my brain is okay. Because I get on them ideas, boy. But you're not gonna hear anything about Diddy. Okay, you're not even gonna hear a pin drop. Okay, you're not even gonna hear that because it's gonna be way over there somewhere. Okay, when they get finished with Diddy, because even though he got off on the first charge, okay, he got charged with something, and he should have. That just don't make no sense. Okay, matter of fact, he could have got that much time on domestic violence. Okay, and Cassie had to film to prove it. He could have went to jail for years behind that. She's still alive. Now that I do know. Jeffrey Epstein girlfriend Gazelle. Yeah, she in prison. She got 20 years. Well, the judge he may throw the book. If he throw the book at Diddy, the book ain't gonna be that big because the maximum is 20 years. He can't go no more than that. And that's if he runs those sentences consecutively, one after the other, that's 20 years. But if he runs them concurrent, it's only 10 because the maximum is 10. Epstein's accomplice was Gazelle. Okay, we're gonna pull up Gazelle. There she go. There she go. Oh, they got the thing in the way. Let's see. That's her. Ooh. She was convicted in December. Oh, on federal charges, honey. Oh yeah. Talking about she had a difficult childhood. Oh, can you please give me a lighter sentence? That's what she did. That's what she did. That's what she did. And they got it for 10 years. For 10 years, her and her boyfriend have been luring these little kids in, luring your little young girls in, okay, and holding them down there in that tunnel. Yeah, I remember that. She trying to play it off, and I wasn't his girlfriend, and she trying to say she was coerced. Okay. That's what she was trying to say. They wasn't falling for it. It was some actions of hers, okay, that she did, and they didn't even want to hear that. With Gazelle, they wouldn't even don't even try it. No, they said he can pardon on federal. He can't pardon on state. Okay. He can pardon on federal, but he can't pardon on state. And Diddy is federal. Those rioters were federal, and the rioters, believe me, they was giving them time. Okay, they so happy they up out of there because honey, them rioters, they was not playing with them. They were not playing with them. Right, the honey, something what honey, one man got 20 years. They was not playing with them. Okay, and the thing with Trump is, okay, they said that they didn't have nothing to do. They never met Diddy. Yes, they did. Okay, I saw it with my own eyes when he was at the party. It was a regular party, but still, the point is, you was at the man's house. You, Oprah, Obama, what's his name? T.D. Jakes, Al Sharpton, not Al. Mhm. Okay, they were at the party. It wasn't a white party, but still, the fact that you were at this man's house, okay, you are guilty by association, allegedly. He won't. Well, you know what? The thing with, okay, here's the thing. The same thing with Gazelle is like Diddy, okay? Even though they don't want to be in there, they may be safer in the system than out on the streets. Okay, it's just too easy to get to them out on the streets, and it's too easy, okay, because all you have to do, okay, like in Diddy's case, all you got to do it to Diddy is give him a dose of his own medicine. That's all you got to do. dangle him over, dangle him over the balcony like he did that girl. He'll have a heart attack. Okay, give him something to drink. That's all you got to do. It's too easy. Blow up his car. You see where I'm going with this, okay? So it's better off that he's in the prison system, whereas he's in that one place and they got all them cameras. God works in mysterious ways, and just because you're a criminal, don't mean that you don't have the protection of the Almighty. Okay, I'm just saying, this is crazy. Walking around here sitting, and it just pisses me off every time I think of the dreams these little children had, and the excitement just to be ruined by some cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And okay, God is still in control. That's right. See, and he know what he's doing, even though you don't know what's going on. Because, like I said, Sean Diddy Combs was hitting the brick wall. He was on too much drugs. Okay, running around having sex for days that you got to take an IV drip, and your mama too. On TV. Girl, I tried to tell you. And then the whole thing about it was when Diddy got arrested, honey, all them folks, okay, that was all up in his face, honey, they scattered like they was sprayed, roaches sprayed with Raid, girl. I mean, and you didn't see not one staggering back. They was choo, ran in all different directions. Okay, like roaches. Okay. And if he think he's gonna get out and he gonna get his little ass on his shoulders and talk a bunch of mess to these folks and stuff, I'd be like, okay, I'm calling the police. Okay, get him here right now. Mm-hmm. That's how you do. That's how you do. Or okay, I have your probation officer's name. I'll just give him a call. Problem solved. Okay. See, because I'm gonna tell you one thing, okay. You can't do that on no being on probation or parole and somebody call your PO. Okay. Because they nosy just like we are. And they gonna come knocking on the door, see how you doing. Mhm. Okay. Now, on the stipulations, okay, that he was trying, his lawyers had submitted to the judge, it was they were going to pay $1 million bail. Okay. His mama, him, did his oldest son, and the baby mama co-signed, okay, co-signed on the $1 million bail. He also was going to submit to drug testing, okay, and oh, now this is the one that got me, okay, was he's got a house in California. He's got property in California, and he had property somewhere else, and he was gonna only go between those two spots. Okay. Oh hell no! I was telling my friend on the phone. I seen that, and I'm like, oh hell no! Okay, so he think he finna run back and forth between California and the East Coast. Okay. Judge stopped all that. He stopped all that. But that was the stipulation. Okay. Oh, Hell no. And you just got off of trafficking? I think not. We just gonna sit your little ass right on down, okay? Oh no, that judge, that's probably what took him so long to come out, okay? Okay, because I know that one right there blew his cat back. Say, he didn't say, and whatever other stipulations, your regular stipulations that go along with probation. I mean, being on bail, being out on bail. Like you can't contact the witnesses and all this kind of stuff. Nah, nah. For the way he was acting, he needed more supervision than that. So, okay, I can't disagree with the judge's denial of bail. On the Williams sisters, who's the Williams sisters? Do I gotta put some cards on them? Let me see. I think I'm gonna get some true crime. They got some true crime tarot. Oh, those tennis players. Oh, what happened? My friend was telling me something about them. Oh, and I had to look them up. She's one of those type, my friend, okay? She remind me, she like my husband and my mama, okay? No, 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 no. You got this is no, this is Venus. This no, okay, hold on. No, no, no. It was two sisters. This one they got Venus Williams, but that's not the same one that I had in mind. Oh, I don't think their name. Okay, I don't think their name was. I don't think their last name was William. It was something else. It was something else. So what's so big about the Williams sisters? Wait, what? Oh, you are talking about them with joining with someone else. What? Oh, Serena had a lump on her neck. She had a lump on her neck, but thank God it turned out to be non-cancerous. I don't know. I don't know what's the big thing about the Williams sisters. I have to search and bring you the tea on that. Okay, I'll search it and let you know what the tea is, but what is it supposed to be? Because I don't see anything in here that's controversial. Now they got Tyler Perry. I know they ain't messing with Tyler Perry. But apparently Serena's husband is a Jehovah's Witness. So they both oh, they had another baby. Adira. That's a pretty name. What? What? Uh-oh. Oh, yo, I got to get the skinny on that. I'll give it to you guys and see what's going on. But they have partnered. They have partnered with Elon Musk. Okay, but see, Elon, ever since him and Donald Trump been at bumping heads. Okay, and his business and his job is over. Okay, in the government. He's got to look for some place to go with his little cars and whatnots. You know, his ship, his Starlight blew up. His Starlight spaceship blew up. So, and I think that's the second or third one that blew up. So I guess won't nobody be going to the moon no time soon. He might deport. Okay, hold on. Okay, you back in business? Somebody knocking at the door. Somebody at the door. Gotta handle that. Gotta handle that. Not used to nobody knocking at my door like that. I get startled, spooked. Okay. Thank you for hanging in there. Okay. Now, the thing with Donald Trump is it's a lot of buzz going around about him and this Alzheimer's, okay, situation. Now it could be all talk, okay, or whatever. And him and Elon, because they got into it about that bill he passed that was BS. and all these cuts they're making. They're not giving anything to anybody. They're not doing anything with the money, and then they're going to pass a bill to spend even more money, put us even in more debt, and you ain't did nothing with the money you didn't cut. What's up with that? Okay, so they had a podcast. Oh, okay. Okay. So what they're doing is they're going on Twitter. Okay. Yeah, he said he may deport Musk, but I'll tell you one thing, okay? They need to deport his little stinking ass, okay? Because you heard he been stanking, meeting the world leaders come to the United States, okay? And he's stanking. What kind of mess is that? I'm telling you, he already ghetto, and then you stanking, and they said everybody can smell it, but don't nobody want to say nothing. I'm not gonna sit up there. Okay, if I can't say nothing, fine. But I ain't gotta be here and smell that. Oh yeah. Now I don't know if it's a dirty diaper or if it's the urine running down his leg. I don't know, but he got something going on. And they said that's why he wearing them dark suits now. Okay, because he used to wear lighter colored suits, and they said he don't wear lighter colored suits. That's what they saying now. Okay, but the situation with Elon and Serena, okay, is it's just a podcast, okay? And you know how they do these podcasts on YouTube, okay? Well, they decided to feature their podcast on Twitter, okay? So I think it's just something new. They're trying something new, okay? Because it do be going on Twitter now. I got Twitter, okay, and so they just want to take it over there and see if it do what it do. And okay, well the thing with okay, it would make more sense if they did it on YouTube, okay? But I think what's going on here is they got a bunch of podcasts on YouTube. Okay, so they want to step out, okay, and do it. They could have did it on TikTok, couldn't they? They could have did it on Instagram, but I think they're doing it on Twitter because of the Milan, the Elon Musk name, okay, and he's out there beefing with Donald Trump, and so they want to see, okay, because he's out there. I get tweets from Elon all the time, and I'm like, how you get my tweet? But then I got to realize it is his company. Yeah, he all in my notifications, girl. I'm like, I don't know you. Anyway, that's what's going on. Okay. And he might be good friends with with one of the husbands, okay? But see, that's what I'm saying. That's how you get your connections. So he probably, maybe the husband brought it to him, or he brought it to the husband, or they brought it together. Well, they're going to be doing a podcast. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Well, they can do it on my network. Who wouldn't jump on that? That's a hookup. You do know that, right? You may not like the man, but that's a hookup. See, so that might be that's the only thing I can really see. It ain't no big deal though. And two is, I didn't know she got a media company. Okay, see, the thing about it is, if it's not doing good on Twitter, she can always come to YouTube. She can go wherever she wants on social media. Okay, she can take it and podcast wherever she want to podcast. See what I'm saying? But this right here is something different. It's not your regular schmegler, okay? You see what I'm saying? And then if you want to see the podcast, you got to go over there. Now, I don't know how many people is going to run from YouTube over there just to see Serena and Venus. I'm going to leave it at that. I ain't going to say Lord, forgive me, okay? Erase that thought off my head, okay? Because I don't want to look at them. Anyway, shoot, I don't want to look at Diddy. That's like looking at Diddy. I don't want to look at Diddy either, okay? If he was doing a podcast, okay, I wouldn't look. I just don't want to do it. Okay, there it is. It's there. So I don't care where they do a podcast. I ain't watching it. Say, here it is on Instagram. Now, this podcast is going to be unfiltered truth. Okay. What unfiltered truth are they going to talk about? Because everything's so censored, and you can't even say, you got to say SA. Okay. Or, what's the other word? Oh, VD. Is it VD? DV. You got to say DV. I'm like, what is up with these initials? Y'all can't talk. They say they got it in the algorithm, okay? And they can mess up your channel or whatever. I'm like, why are they messing up channel just for, if you're telling it, you're telling it. Anyway, yeah. But believe me, it's all a method to the madness. That I will tell you. We may not know why they're doing it, okay? But they're doing it for a reason. Okay. See, it's all part of what they got in the works, which to me is to take away your freedom of speech. See. See, I may be old, okay, but I ain't dead. See, that the young people think that the internet is just for them. Excuse me? We made the internet, fool. Matter of fact, I'm going to delete your account right now. I'm just going to delete it, okay, for making dumb statements. Just delete it. Okay, now where was I? Okay, here. Is this the one? No. Oh, here it is. Okay, so the podcast, okay. Tennis legend Venus and Serena Williams has partnered with Elon Musk's platform X, formerly Twitter, to bring their podcast Unfiltered Truth to the platform. This is going to be in August. And the sisters are going to step outside of the tennis world, and they are going to dive into the open and honest conversations about real topics. Now, her media company is called 926. Okay. So yeah, so Twitter sees that that it may be a boost for their platform. Okay. I don't think it will be, but hey, okay. I ain't gonna hate. So I think that what they're trying to do is bring some business and attention to Twitter. Okay. Because they call it X, but I will always know it as Twitter. Okay. And even to this day, okay, just like they say in here on X, formerly known as Twitter. Okay, you still got to put Twitter in there. You should have just left it like it was. Tweet tweet. Anyway, okay. So this just it's just marketing, and we'll see how it goes. Okay. Uh you got to have some real topics on there, but everybody, I don't know. Let me shut up. What happened? Okay, so that's going on. So y'all ain't missing nothing. You ain't missing nothing. Okay. And it don't matter where Elon get, if he get deported, okay, he better hope his country accept him back. Ooh, they over here fighting. Wait, what? Is that them too? Wait. Ooh. Now she just had a baby. Oh, okay, that was before. I was getting ready to say, now wait a minute. So it is what it is. I'm gonna get off of here. Uh thanks for tuning in. I'll be back. I don't know when, but I'll be back. But right now I gotta run me some cards, okay, on this itty bitty situation, okay. And his mama, okay. Did I tell I didn't tell you, huh? Allegedly. Okay. I know you guys are not gonna be shocked at what I'm about to say. Okay. But I think his mama on drugs too. Allegedly. I think his mom might be on drugs. How old is Diddy's mom? Well, they got a lot of people, okay. They got a lot of people named Janet Combs, right? And they don't have not one black one. Okay, so I had to put Diddy's mom. Or maybe it's Janice. Let's see. Yeah, it's Janice. There we go. Okay, my bad. Oh, she's 84. She's 84 years old. So that means October 10th. Ooh, October 10th, she'll be 85. October 3rd, Diddy is sentenced. Now, that's why I'm at to pull some cards. Now, hear me out, okay? I don't put it past Mr. Combs. These are my opinions, okay? That if he comes up with some, oh, well, wait a minute, okay. Okay, I'll tell you what I was getting ready to say, and then what thought just came in and just knocked it out. Okay, I was going to say that I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Combs had some reason to delay his sentencing. However, the thought came to me that he's in jail. He don't want no delays. But hey, it was a thought. Okay. But now that I think about it, I don't think he'll be making any delays. Okay. He needs to get this unless he's running scared. And then what is up with these wigs and these great big old glasses? Now, I have to admit, Janice has a nice figure. She's definitely in shape. That's his mama. Okay. For her age, she's 85. Okay. I'm not even wearing heels like that. Okay. She's 85. She was 84. She'll be 85. Oops. And I think that might be the situation. Okay. But anyway, I gotta go. Okay. People to see, okay, people to meet, on TV. Stay blessed. Bye.